A nation as rich in myths as it is in festivities, Wales is a relatively unknown principality of the United Kingdom compared to its neighbors. Yet this country is not lacking in uniqueness and deserves a little more of your attention. For who knows, you may develop a fondness for Welsh culture and Cardiff after watching this video to the end. Hello, and welcome to Four Corners Facts channel. And today, we suggest you discover 10 interesting facts you probably didn't know about Wales. But before we get started, don't forget to support the channel by subscribing and leaving a comment and a blue thumbs up below this video. Let us know what video topics you'd like in the comment area. Number 1. The ancestral sport of Wales. Have you ever wondered where physical sports such as rugby or American football originated? Well, what you're about to learn is probably far from what you might expect. The ancestor of these sports is known by the Welsh name Cynapin. Unfortunately for history buffs, it's not known how long this practice has existed. The earliest known records date back to the 9th century, when the rules of the game were shared by a Welsh monk, Nennius, in the book History of the Britons. More than just a soccer team, to play Cynapin, you need 2 villages. Yes, 2 villages. However, this is only the male population of the village. Well, even if the female population was excluded from the game, that's already a lot of players. The goal of the game was to bring the ball made of hardwood back to its camp in its village. But as if that wasn't complicated enough, the ball in question spent part of the night in a pot of boiling fat to make it more slippery and add difficulty to the players. The game often took violent turns, and that's what led to its demise. That said, with American soccer and rugby, some of the rules of Cynapin live on, and that's a credit to the Welsh invention. Number 2. Crossing caves on a Tyrolean rope. As crazy as this sentence may sound, in Wales, it is possible. But not just anywhere. The heart of the Blaenau Hills is home to caves, all connected by a network of zip lines. The site is called the Zip World Slate Caverns, made up of a course of multiple obstacles such as bridges, bars, and of course, zip lines. This fun activity mixes history and modern inventions by taking you on a tour of the mine's remains. In fact, the longest Tyrolean traverse in Europe can be found there. Well, you can't do everything, and for that reason, the Tyrolean traverse is actually outside the caves, but the 10 other cross the caves from one end to the other. If they did not manage to install this Tyrolean traverse, the longest in Europe, it has the merit of being 2 kilometers long and of being able to accommodate 4 passengers at a time while flying over the slate quarries of Wales. Number 3. A name that says it all. If you think that Sweden or Iceland are the only countries in Europe where the names of the cities are too long and unpronounceable, you're very wrong. In fact, it's in Wales that you will find the city with the longest name in Europe, which is impossible to pronounce, because one of the reasons is that you don't want to have Welsh enemies, and also because you want to be spared. But the name of this city is going to be displayed on your screen, if there's room for it. But the most amusing part of the story is that not only is this name extremely long, but this same city is twinned with the city with the shortest name in France. Why? The least that can be said is that these 2 cities have found each other and are really complementary. Number 4. The Red Book of Hurgest. The Red Book of Hurgest is the most important work of Welsh linguistic heritage. It takes its name from the English town of Hurgest, but it is a treasure of Welsh language and culture. The glory of this manuscript is made by the Mabinogion, which is a collection of old traditional Welsh tales. All these tales represent a part of the culture very little known abroad, in the absence of Swedish mythology, for example. These tales are rich in characters, particularly unique for the time, such as powerful and fearsome women, for example. Although the publication of this manuscript dates from the end of the 1300s, the tales it relates are still several hundred years old. The themes addressed by the Mabinogion aim at catharsis, drawing on the heaviness of life's events, such as love problems and death impulses. Number 5. A small Welsh corner in South America. Divided between the geographical territory of Argentina and Chile, one of the most impressive axes of this country is its link with the Welsh culture. And this is not by chance. European settlers found this country a welcoming land 200 years ago in the 19th century. The most striking thing about this fact is that unlike other histories of colonization, and especially on the American continent, this one was not done in any way bloody or violent. The Welsh themselves were undergoing persecution at the time, and some of the people wished to move to a new land to settle peacefully. The legacy of this Welsh intervention in Patagonia is reflected in the presence of towns such as Rawson, Treelu, and Trevelyan. Number 6. A country rich in symbols. Because of its rich history and culture, the symbols representing the Welsh heritage are very numerous. For example, the dragon decorating the Welsh flag evokes the British Army. But plants like the leek and the daffodil, or a mixture of both, are typical of Welsh culture. This is not to say that these symbols are the ones worn internationally. What adorns the shirts of the Welsh rugby players are the 3 feathers of the Prince of Wales, representing dedication to the nation. Finally, the boys do not declare their love to their beloved. They offer a Welsh love spoon. It's a hand-carved object whose symbolism is quite clear. It allows to prove that the man is skillful and intentional at the same time. Number 7. An atypical archaeological site. France knows several archaeological sites. You may have already seen some of them, but none of the sites on the French territory show traces such as these of Bendrix. These are footprints of dinosaurs frozen in the mud, so they're 220 million years old. The species of dinosaurs that walked on the site are not as diverse as those in France. At least, this is what the landscape revealed with these traces of mud. The most common dinosaur tracks found are those of small pack-moving hunters, but also those of other herbivorous dinosaurs. Another impressive facet of the landscape is the cliff that borders these tracks. The stones that cover these cliffs are all neatly marked and are a gift to geology enthusiasts who can perfectly study the rocky capital of the cliff. When the tide is high, it's impossible to see the footprints. For those who do not have an opportunity to observe them during their stay, the Cardiff Museum still presents a collection of footprints as well as a panoply of fossils to match the reality of the landscape. Number 8. Ambitious automotive ambitions. Recently, Wales was shown a clear investment in ecology. This idea, in addition to benefiting nature, benefits car manufacturers. Why? Well, if you take a drive on Welsh roads, you'll see a lot of electric cars. But one thing is for sure, you won't hear the river symbol Rasa coming. And yet, it's the most successful one. It combines nature-friendly technology with automotive engineering. The Welsh engineers have the ambition to revolutionize the world with a range performance of almost 500 kilometers. The Rasa, a product of which the Welsh automotive community is fiercely proud, seems to have a bright future ahead of it. Number 9. A magic cup. In the town of Aberystwyth, in the National Library of Wales, is exposed a rather particular cup, known for its supernatural healing virtues. This cup, named the Cup of Nantios, was reputed to be a relic carved from the wood of the Holy Cross, displayed in an abbey in Strata, Florida. As a result, the faithful of Ceredigion, the name of the relic's region, claimed that this action had an extraordinary therapeutic effect on men. But these claims remain rumors, and there is no scientific proof of the cup's effectiveness. It does not even come from the same period, since analyses have shown that it dates from the 15th century. Nevertheless, the legend of this cup has endured and has been part of Welsh customs for several centuries. And number 10. One of the largest festivals in Europe. Involving more than 150 people each year, the Eisteddfod is surely the most important cultural event in Wales. From artistic gatherings to ceremonies, this gathering celebrates the entire culture of the country through the organization of competitions. Add to that traditional food, and you have one of the biggest festivals in Europe. It has become an annual ritual since 1947, when the wandering singers proliferated. Very popular with the young population as well as with adult citizens, it allows to give free rein to one's creativity while promoting meetings by artistic affinities. It is in this spirit that the state organizes not a festival in one place, but events throughout the country to promote accessibility to Welsh artistic culture. And this is where the video on the 10 unique facts about Wales ends. Did you learn anything? If so, share it with your friends and family and tell us in the comments which fact made the biggest impression on you. Remember to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you soon!